Hello everyone, thank you for coming back. So today we are going to make 6 cheesecakes for gifts out of the one recipe that I shared last week, in fact. But don't worry, we're going to go through that all again today. So I'm just going to write on the basis. To be honest, I did not need to do this. I was just writing what the bases were going to be. But because there is a difference in colour, you can easily tell which one is which, so you don't have to differentiate them. If you're going to do different flavours, you should be able to tell if there's going to be a different colour. So I have just split the biscuit base in 2 weights. So one of mine is going to be a plain digestive and one is going to be Biscoff. So the recipe calls for 250 grams of biscuit base. I have split that in 2, done half in digestive and half in Biscoff. So once you melt your butter, put it over evenly and mix. My biscuits were a little bit chunky, so you can just crush them with your hands after if you haven't quite squashed them enough. Pop the mixture in your tins. So I probably could have done with lining the 2 tins only for this weight. I did realise that it was a little bit thin on the 3rd one, so I just quickly whipped up another bag of butter and biscuits and put it over just to thicken them out. But it really depends how thick you would like. We quite like a thick base. So I'm just going to put these in the fridge to set for probably, my recipe does say an hour, but I don't often wait that long. As long as you're gentle when you put the cheesecake mixture on top, you can pretty much put it on within 2 minutes. So just see how you like. You will know what you feel comfortable with. So I'm going to whip up the cream cheese and the double cream with the icing sugar. So all of the grams and weights will be in the description on the vlog. As always, I'm going to be doing a plain Biscoff topping and then a strawberry cheesecake topping for the digestive base. So I was going to do a key lime pie inspired one as well, but I forgot to use the limes, so that's fine. So once you've made the cheesecake base, just use one bowl for one mixture and the other for the second flavour. I pureed some strawberries in the blender and then thicken that puree up with some icing sugar. Just see how it works, because you don't want to add too much liquid into the cheesecake base. So you'll see in a minute, I just keep adding more icing sugar depending on what consistency. I always find that if you keep the puree in the fridge, it's a lovely topper to drizzle over your cheesecake once set, so it won't go to waste. A little bit goes a long way for sure. So I really like this recipe because you can experiment with what biscuits you like, what flavours you like for the top. It's really creative, and you may have family members that don't like strawberry or plain, so it's a nice way where you can make a variation with one recipe. It's just amazing. So as you can see, you blend the cream cheese up until that thickens, and then you blend the double cream and icing sugar until that thickens, and fold them in together. So here you can see on the left I've got the strawberry cheesecake topping, and on the right we have the plain cheesecake topping. A lot of my recipes are going to be simple, quick, easy, something you can do with your children. I don't want a kitchen time to be stressful, because I used to read the most complicated recipes to make a cake, for example, and it would fail, and then I wouldn't enjoy my experience, and that could stop a lot of people from enjoying the fun in their kitchen. But it is fun to experiment and try a more difficult recipe for sure. but this one is easy and simple, something that you can do for a hot summer's day, because who wants to spend all day in a hot kitchen on a summer's day? So as you'll see, I am just spreading evenly the cheesecake mixture, which will then go back in the fridge all day to set. So I usually make recipes in the morning, but if you're making this in the evening, you can leave it overnight and it will be ready for the next day. Then that's when you want to decorate, is once it has set after at least 8 hours. Don't put fresh strawberries on beforehand. It can make them go a little bit soggy, so it's best just to put them on fresher when you decide to gift them or eat them. So some of the variations that I love, like I mentioned previously, is the key lime pie. I have done the Biscoff here and the strawberry cheesecake. I will be making the lemon cheesecake soon. They're so easy to make, such a nice gift just to give to your neighbours, to spread kindness as always. So give it a go. Let me know what variations you're going to try, what biscuit bases you're going to try. Oreo would be a great one, honeycomb would be a great one. So let me know what you get up to, how you alter this recipe and what your family loves. It would be great to have some inspiration. So I'm just going to finish off by putting the remainder of the cheesecake mixture on, and then they will go in the fridge and we will have some delicious food. So that's all for this quick tutorial. Thank you so much. If you get to this part in the video, place a strawberry emoji. Thank you again, and we'll see you soon.